guys, if you heard anything like machine kind of sound, we're actually doing some renovation in the house, so really sorry if you hear anything like that, for example. Anyway, hello, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys? Hope you guys are doing very well. So today I'm not gonna show you anywhere here, but I'm going to review some of the books that I have read. Here they are. So yes, the first book that I read is this one. I'm not sure whether you have read this before, but this book is so famous. I think this is one of the, this is the first international bestseller as well, and this is very good. Like I would recommend this book to you. They've got so many interesting insights inside of this book, and I think it's very important in these nowadays kind of situations where people can just like, you know, judge you, or can people just like, you know, say something unnecessary to you, you know, directly or on your social media or whatever it is. Yeah, so in this kind of era, I think it's very good to understand about the subtle art of not giving a fuck, because then you will see the perspectives of like this guy Mark Manson actually tries to, you know, inform us about, you know, how to just not bother about unnecessary things. And yeah, after I read this book, I kind of like, yeah, it actually makes sense. Why do I need to think about that? You know, why do I need to care so much about these people, right? Like, I think I really understand, you know, in this kind of, again, in this kind of time, in this kind of era, it's very good to actually understand what matters to you. And also Manson, the writer Mark Manson, also tries to actually explain to us that in life we have a limited amount of fucks to give, so you must choose your fucks wisely, which is, I think I totally agree with that. Like, I couldn't agree more with that. So yeah, this is very interesting kind of way of thinking about something. This is actually the recommendation. The first recommendation to you is this book. So yeah, this is very good. Second book is this one. This is very cute book and very sweet book as well, and I really recommend this book. I got this book from my mother-in-law in Christmas. I love it so much. This is very easy kind of book. It's very easy to read this book. The language is very, how can I say, simple, so it's not like too many phrases and stuff like that. So the writer is Xiao Lugo. So Zhuang, which is the person, or you know, the character in this book, arrives in London with like very limited words in English, and then she meets a lot of British people, and then, you know, fell in love with a British man, and then her life is actually pretty interesting, and her insights of like, you know, cultural differences and then, you know, language differences, really interesting. This is actually a book that I can relate to. For me, it is actually a lovely short read. Like, it's very easy to read. I laughed so much when I read this. It's a funny book. I was so happy when I finished reading this book. This is so good. It's also very interesting to know that, you know, how culture difference between China and in the UK, and the way people speak and understand what it means and something like that. So yeah, it's very interesting. I really recommend this little sweet, very good book to read. The third book that I will recommend is The Culture Map. Ta-da! This is a very good book if you're really interested in cultures and stuff. This book is very good. Like it says here, decoding how people think, lead and get things done across cultures, when it is in the workplace, or even, you know, when you marry someone from abroad, right? Or when you are on the date or something with, like, you know, foreigners, for example. You need to understand about their language too, what they means when they say something and stuff like that, how to act, you know, whether you need to be on time when you need to meet them, or you need to expect there will be delay or something like that. So basically there's so many things that you might find this very useful. Like this one, for example, on the page 67, you can see here, like, Anglo-Dutch translation guide. So there, basically the writer tries to explain to you about, you know, what British people will say and what Dutch people would understand about what British people say. So basically this is very interesting. I can mention it to you, maybe just two of those phrases, alright? So the first phrases, for example, what the British say: I was a bit disappointed that ... And then what the British mean actually is: I am very upset and angry that ... And what the Dutch understand is: it doesn't really matter. Because, you know, it was just a little bit disappointment, so it's okay. And maybe that's what I would think as well. But surely, no, it's not like that. And then another one is what the British say: please think about that some more. So what the British mean is actually: it's a bad idea, don't do it. And what the Dutch understand is: it's a good idea, keep developing it. This is so good. Like, it's in the word, right? Like, there's so many differences, languages, cultures and stuff that, you know, makes our brain thinks differently. And I don't know, I totally can relate this, you know, the contents of this book. I really understand where he comes from, and I think it's very true that, you know, if you understand about the language of other people from different countries or from different cities or whatever, then you can actually get things done very quickly, or you can actually, you know, have better relationship, or even, you know, better understanding about each other. So I think that's so interesting. I really recommend this book, The Culture Map. So yeah, buy this book now if you're really interested in the culture. And the next one is The Melting Pot. Ta-da! I think you have, I don't know whether you have seen this before or not, but I advertised it on my Instagram. So yeah, so basically this is the world recipes from Wales. The writer is Maggie Ogunbawo. She's so cool. She's actually the founder of The Melting Pot as well. So she basically gathered, you know, all of the Black, Asian, minority ethnic who live in Wales, gather all of the recipes from around the world, and then make this book. Look, this is so beautiful, like everything. And as you can see here, look, number 27, Balinese turmeric coffee. Sorry, Balinese turmeric cold brew coffee from Intan Permata. Yay! It's me. Yeah. So like that. Ta-da! My grandma used to ask me to drink some kind of like health shot. So she always mixed ginger, galangal, what else? Ginger, galangal, honey, tamarind sometimes, and turmeric together, and she basically blended it and then get the juice and then asked me to drink it almost every day. So yes, so that's why we use that method as well to make a recipe called Balinese turmeric cold brew coffee, which are also for sale right now with my husband's business. So anyway, that's a very good one. And with this kind of book, you basically will learn about, you know, recipes around the world. So I really recommend this book if you like cooking. And look at this book, this is so colorful. Can you see that? Isn't it so lovely? Like everything, and the way people write it, it's just so honest. Like, you know, they will put story behind it. For example, like this one, matcha jol, that recipe. And then you basically look how beautiful it is. It's so beautiful, isn't it? So yeah, and here you can see the background of it, like, you know, the story behind this recipe. So Bangladesh is very rich in fish, and they're used in many dishes because they're fresh and affordable. I learned this recipe from my mother before I got married and moved to the UK, and cooking it reminds of home, the seashores and the fishmongers where we used to buy fish. So yeah, so it's like it's very honest, like the words and everything. So I really recommend to buy this. I'm gonna put the link about how to buy this book on the description, so you can just click on it and then buy it. Okay, easy. It's a piece of paste. Mind my language. It was my friend teaching me that phrase. That's all about the books that I recommend to you. If you have any recommendations, you know, in terms of like books that you read or something like that, and you want to recommend it to me or to other, you know, to other people who watch this video, that's absolutely fine. You're very welcome to do so. That's all, guys. I hope you're doing well, and I'm really excited to go out to the park and just have a picnic with a lot of friends. Right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Do not forget to like this video if you like it, and do not forget to subscribe, very important. Okay, bye, see you in the next episode.